Hi there. Was trying to find a place to do this. Went to the cemetery. It was busy. I went to the park. It was busy. And I wanted to go outside, but it's really windy out and it's pretty cold. Just a quick video. I'm back. And I wanted to touch on a subject that's kind of important to us with dealing with MS. I'll do a quick, try to do this quick from start to finish. Well, I can't finish it, but when I was in my 30s, I had some double vision, some optic neuritis, some balance issues, and I ignored it. When I hit 42, I became very, very ill. I couldn't get out of bed, and I went to the ER. My husband took me that night, and they didn't really find anything wrong, except the ER doctor told me he couldn't diagnose me, but he had a feeling he knew what was wrong. So a few years passed, and I kept falling. Things were getting worse. I went to my eye specialist, an ophthalmologist, because I have diabetes. I see her, and she diagnosed me with optic neuritis. A few weeks later, I noticed in the morning driving my daughter to school, part of the stop sign was missing. So I asked her if it was damaged, and she said no. And I told her, well, part of it's missing. So I lost vision in my left eye, partially, for, 2 or 3 months. I went to the eye doctor, and she said that I had optic neuritis, and I told her about the vision, and she said I needed to get checked out by a specialist. So then I end up in the hospital, and they think I have a stroke. They do an MRI, a CAT scan. They admit me. I don't remember a whole lot about that night. And in the morning, my husband came. I seen stroke papers on the table, and I asked him, did I have a stroke? And they said, no, you didn't. So about that time, 2 neurologists came in and diagnosed me with MS. I had been seeing an MS clinic specialist in Detroit, and they ran extensive MRIs on me. They actually knocked me out because it was going to be so long. And they had seen me for, 6 weeks maybe. And they never told me, but they knew I had MS. So when the hospital got my records from them, the neuro said he quit counting after 20 lesions. So here I am at 52. And I have to admit, the first year of being diagnosed was a relief and a fear factor. A relief of finally knowing what was wrong with me, because I didn't tell you all the things I went through, but I'm trying to sum it up. I didn't know what the future held for me. Well, I'm doing okay. I progressed a little bit more each year, but I'm doing okay, mentally more than anything, because I have a new outlook on MS. It's never going to go away, and my doctors told me that. There's no cure for it, but there are ways to deal with certain things, and you should always keep an open forum with your doctor, and if he or she is not meeting your needs, and perhaps you should switch. I went through 4 neurologists before I found the guys who diagnosed me at the hospital that day. And I've been with that doctor ever since. But there were 2 different neurologists who diagnosed me. And we have an open forum. There's nothing I can't ask him. And he encourages me to, communicate. But in the beginning, he told me to be my own best advocate. So, I am. And I have been since day one of him diagnosing me. There are a few things, and I hope this doesn't shake too much. There are a few things for people who are still nervous and Don't know what to expect. I bought this book from Amazon. I got it used, so it was only like $1. I bought this book. She's on YouTube, I believe. I bought this book. It's Not All in Your Head. And if you contact different organizations, which I'll mention a few, you can get things to help you. This is a video on exercising with MS. So, some of the common symptoms we have with MS is depression. That shouldn't be, don't let that make you feel, like there's something wrong with you. It's depressing enough dealing with chronic illness that can be so debilitating in a lot of different ways. And that being adapting to a new lifestyle, dealing with all kinds of symptoms. I have just about every single one of them. Walking, cognitive issues, sleep issues. Some nights I cannot sleep, no matter how exhausted I am. Tremors, and the big one, depression. I take medication for my depression, and I went through a few medications, and actually the one I'm on also relieves, does something to the pain center in our brain. So it relieves some pain for me, and it helps me deal with the depression. I have tried other ones after I went off Cymbalta, which is the name of it, and they just didn't work. Cymbalta works great for me. It also helps with anxiety, because we deal with that. And I just wanted to say, don't be afraid to talk to somebody if your depression is getting debilitating. There's no stigma with that. Talk to somebody. If you don't want to go to a professional. For me personally, I can't tell my thoughts and problems to a stranger. It just doesn't work out that way for me. But I'm going to lean this on the dash. Definitely talk to a friend, and I'm always available if you need to talk to somebody. It's a deep issue, and most of us have it. So don't be ashamed of that. It's normal. I don't like the way I look in this. I'm going to push this back a little. It's totally normal. So, get that out. Talk about things that are making you depressed. Be it your body, be it the way people close to you treat you after your diagnosis, because that's a big problem for some. I'm fortunate my husband actually researched my disease, and when I got my first MS hug, which is a tightening around your chest, your ribs, it's horrible. You think you're having a heart attack, or sometimes it affects my breathing, but it's very painful. And when I first got it, I didn't know what it was, but my husband did. He said it's called an MS hug. So not all of us are fortunate to have a supporting partner, but there's always somebody there that will be supporting, be it a friend. But that is a big deal. You need a good support system. And if you're not getting that at home, seek that in other places, because it's so important. My family now knows and understands my disease. At first, some of my family members were afraid of the unknown too. They don't know what can be, and neither do we. But I don't look at it that way, because I do have a wheelchair, I have a walker, and most of the times I get by with my cane. I've tried not to use it, because face it, who wants to walk around with a cane? But I end up falling and hurting myself. Fortunately, knock on wood if there's any in here. I haven't broken anything yet, but it came pretty close with my last fall. So talk to your doctor about any kind of mobility problems or spasms or any of that, because there's ways to help you with that, be it physical therapy or aqua therapy or medication. So I'm shaking the camera right now because I have tremors and my hands are starting to hurt by holding this. I did want to go outside and do this, but it's just too windy and cold. The sun's shining bright today, which that lifts my spirits a lot. And I actually have to go see my mother and make sure she's okay. But if there's any way I can help anybody, let me know. I will go over depression in a deeper subject, maybe later on tonight, and maybe upload it tomorrow. I just wanted to do a quick one today. I hope I covered that subject quickly, thoroughly. We have it. We have depression. We have anxiety. We have fear of the unknown. It's only natural with what we're going through. I have started a new medication. I've been on it a full month now. I started my new second monthly pack today. It's called Abagio. It's a little blue pill. And I'll show that in another video. And it's giving me headaches every day. So this is the same thing that happened when I was on Tecfidera, which is another pill. They're both very strong medications. My first drug was an injectable called Rebif, which made me sick all the time. Every day it felt like I had the flu. It's an interferon. So I lasted on that a couple of years till I told the doctor, I'm tired. I'm tired of feeling sick every day. So I did really well on Tecfidera, the second drug, which is a pill as well, twice a day. And it gave me terrible side effects, and I still stuck with it. It gave me the feeling of wanting to vomit all the time. So he gave me a pill for that, which helped. And I stuck with it because I don't want to progress. But in the long run, we may progress. But taking a medication is a preventative. Just like my neck surgery I had. It's a preventative. I had that surgery, which was pretty complicated. I had it because the doctor said, you will have a stroke. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You will have a stroke, and it'll be soon. So you may see my face isn't symmetrical. That's the MS, not anything having to do with my surgery. That first major attack I had when I was in the hospital, I had to relearn how to walk. My hands didn't work. They still don't work that good. Like I said, they're hurting right now. And I had to kind of learn how to, talk again. My speech was impacted. And, just hang in there. I got through it. I've had many, many relapses since then. That one was the worst one. In fact, my right eye is twitching now, but my left eye has permanent damage from that gollywhopper first one. I still have very blurry vision. That left eye is actually drawing in, and I have a condition called nystagmus, which is common with MS. It's MS related. So, anyhow, I hope you had a great day today. I hope you have a great weekend. I'm back. I'm going to start making videos again. Mainly to hopefully help somebody out there. Because this is one tough disease we live with. So on that note, sorry I'm shaky. I love you guys. Have a good day.